Hello Godzilla fans, today we'll be doing a review of a figure I got today, and so you probably are seeing it right now. It is the Bandai Japan standard 6-inch Godzilla 2004 from Final Wars, from the 2004 movie. So what I love about this figure is that one thing. Let me show you his tag. I got the tag kind of bent, so I would say this figure did come in damage, but not the figure itself, the tag. So yeah, you can tell it got curved, like it warped during like shipping, or it was like that. So yeah, here's the card in the back. 2005, which is 2004. Put the card away, and as you can see here, he's a mighty well done figure. I gotta say, he is one of the best figures ever, and he's actually is the best figure in Bandai and Bandai Creation in general, because he has the best paint job, he has one of the best details. I love the sculpt of this figure, and it's still so I love him so much, man. Like, I just love him. Just look at him. Look at that chest. So now let's talk about Sculpt. Sculpt is one of my favorite things about this figure, but it also has one of its weakest points on the figure. Like, sculpt is also detail in the figure. So first, let's go with the head is fantastically done. I love the teeth, I love the tongue, I just love the face in general. I love the eyes and ears, how they are sculpted. Now let's go to the chest. The chest is fantastic. I love it. It has the nice 2014 feel on it. I gotta say, it is one of the best things. But the arms, this is what I was talking about. It supported the most weakest part of the figure, so that the hands are not textured on this part of, on the top part of the, like the top part of his hands, and also in the bottom of his hand and the bottom of his arm is not really textured at all. It's just a very smooth plastic. So that kind of got me disappointed. But otherwise, the arms are still pretty cool. The legs are also very well detailed. I love the legs. The legs are pretty much one of my favorite parts on the figures, besides the head and the body. Even the arms are one of my favorite parts of the figure. I just love them. I just love this figure so much. And I know it's sort of kind of sound biased, but I did detail on the arms do like so. I just love it. I love it so much. It's such a good figure. I love the detail on the legs. I love how they sculpted in the muscles and stuff. Also love the leg. The tail. The tail is fantastically done. I love the tail. The tail, I just like can stroke it all day. Oh, that sounded wrong, but you know what I'm talking about. You can see it right now. Oh my god. It's just fantastically done. I love it. Now let's get to oh, and also the spines. I also forgot the spines. The spines are excellent. They are. Now let's get to paint. Paint is my favorite part of this figure. I love the paint job. The paint job freaking is just so done. Like, look at the teeth and look at the eyes. Those are very well done. I love, and the tongue as well. The tongue is very like in a sort of type of red that makes it very out there. So when you look at this figure, you're gonna notice its tongue, its teeth, and its nails. Because the nails are a big thing I love about this figure. But the eyes, I gotta say, are way more better than the Bandai Creation. And this figure is way more better than Bandai Creation. The Bandai Creation Godzilla says for. But I'm still not dissing on that figure because that figure is still cool. The nails, oh, my favorite part. I love the freaking. I love the color of the nails. They're just so cool. Just look at them. Like, when you look at this figure, the one that outstands the most is the teeth, the tongue, and like I mentioned, the nails. And let's look at the toenails now. The toenails, they look awesome. But the only thing that kind of I don't really like about the toenails is that they are a little bit more dimmer than the bright yellow up here. They're a little bit more dimmer, and I wish they sort of did painted them on the bottom of the toes, but that's their decision, not mine. And this is also a flaw, but an awesome thing as well. They spray painted the back all the way to the tail. Why I like this is that it didn't go all over the place. It stayed in perfect order and also got the figure right. The only thing is that it makes them feel kind of lazy, but it's still an awesome. I just love it. And now let's talk about the skin. The skin is awesome. It is a charcoal like color. I know it looks black, but right now when I'm looking at it in like real life, it's sort of a grayish blackish, sort of like charcoal black. It's not like too dark, it's not like black, but it has like a sense of gray to it, and that's why I like it. Now let's get to articulation. Articulation, like I say, the average on the figure, the average on regular Bandai figures is that it has up to 4, 5 to 6 points of articulation. This guy actually has 7 because glue seals in the back, which I know people don't really count those, but I do count glue seals as well, because glue seals are technically articulation points. You just sort of have to unlock them, like sort of like in the game, you have to unlock something. So yeah, I do count these points of articulation. I'm not going to unlock them, but they do count as points of articulation. I'm not going to take that away from the figure. This part does count as a point of articulation, and so does this. So does like this part right here. So those do count. So you got 1 in the head. The head does go to a 360 degrees. The hands go to a go about 180 degrees. The legs go 360 degrees. Let me just put the arms in. Like, yeah, they go. Ugh, see? Yeah, but I don't want to do that. I couldn't mess up the paint job on the legs. And same thing with the tail, and same thing with this tip of the tail. But since it's a glue seal, they aren't articulated. But I still count them because they can't be articulated. So yeah. Now let's go with size comparison. This guy is exact about 6.3 inches, if I'm guessing. I don't know, but he is over 6 inches tall. So let's get him compared with something. So let's get Space Godzilla in here. Good scaling. Space Godzilla, I always did imagine he is as tall as Godzilla or even shorter. And let's get in Grandpa Goji, if I call him. Right here. See, this is a good size comparison. Let me get them. Yeah, nose to nose. See, this is a good size comparison. And I think my favorite size comparison out of all the figures is with Bandai Japan's 6-inch Kiryu. I think these guys go well with each other. I love this. This is why Kiryu is going to be my final film, because I love them. I love how their scale goes. Kiryu is not my favorite Mechagodzilla, but I just love how their scale goes. Oh, it makes me want to make them hug, because I'm enjoyed that they scale so well with each other. So, my final scoring of this figure will probably be a 4 out of 5, because the arms are like the least detailed out of this, but they're still pretty cool. And the spines just seem like they sort of got kind of lazy, and then they should have added like this sort of black skin rising up on the spines. But I'm still okay with it. And that's sort of how it was in the movie. If you actually watch the movie, it did kind of have a spray paint feel to it. But I felt like they should have did a little bit more black spots to it, like they did with the Bandai Creation 12-inch Godzilla, when they added in the little black thing, like the little black skin rising up. But I know it sort of looks like that, but it's not as noticeable as the 12-inch figure. So that is my scoring for this figure. I definitely highly recommend it. I'd say get it now before it does become rare in the future, because I got mine for 25 bucks with the tag. So I definitely recommend if you guys go and get this guy for the price I got him. And you can get him with the tag or not, but I do highly recommend him with the tag. Just don't get the tag like I did when it was bent. That gets me sort of off. Oh, whoops, I just dropped it. But so yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is the King Kong Godzilla 2001 here, also known as Godzilla 100. Now signing off to you, Big G's, and bye, peeps, and stay Big G fans.